2 years without you. I remember the way you pronounce things, calling July, July, soda, soder, Italy, Italy. I remember the way your food used to taste, that macaroni you would get from the store and then apply your own special magic to. For a time, you used to cook every day after you got home from work, no matter how tired you were. You would make this pot of spaghetti, and I would damn near have my mouth watering at the thought of eating it, and I'd get 2 to 3 full plates of it. Everything you made always had some sweetness to it. The flavor blended with your intentions, always favorable to my grandfather or me. There was hardly a weekend where I didn't tag along with you anywhere you went, whether that was to go get food at the market or to run some other series of errands. You would drive and I would talk to you about anything. It could be traffic, the news, some idiot at school. There were times when you would have your fits of road rage, someone turning too fast, someone not using their blinker, or a pedestrian that decided to run out in front of you. You would sit there pondering what would cause them to even think what they did made sense. And it would on occasion lead to a broader comment about the madness that had consumed your contemporaries. People have gone crazy! I may sound crazy myself when I say this, but I would have gone with you to a landfill just to make sure you were never alone. The birthday you had when I was 13 was the one I forgot but will always remember. My grandpa got so mad at me and your children for not remembering, and I thought it was so unfair that you would never remind any of us as the date approached. Ever since then, I've recalled your birthday without any reminder, and every year after, I was usually the first person to say something to you about it. We even had a running gag of how many people had remembered it. There hasn't been a place for me in this world since you left it. I still can't make sense of how someone can go from driving to work to being gone within a month. You hid your disease from me and each person that loved and cared about you. Whereas my grandfather was always so open about how he felt and the extent of his sickness, straightforward to the end. You were his opposite in that regard, secretive to the end. My parents are just as ineffective, useless, and selfish as they've ever been. I doubt you would look at your son with pride knowing he hasn't spoken to his own son in 2 years. I doubt you would look at your daughter-in-law with pride knowing that she was fine with her son being homeless because he couldn't give her $1,000 a month while he was unemployed. When I think of you or my grandfather and your reaction to these things, I can't help but smile, knowing that none of this would have happened if you were around. There was never a time during our shared lifetime where I didn't have awareness of the fact that you were the person I could depend on. People often say that you get over things as time passes, but I'll never be deluded into believing I could ever be better off so long as we're apart.